What is up, everybody? Welcome to my part 5 of Let's Play Bloodborne. I am o-LostLeinad. And we are not going to the Cathedral Ward yet. Give me 1 second. I think there's the flame sprayer that we got. Might have showed you where it was already, but just in case I didn't, I'm going to show you the Kirk Hammer. You go to the Messenger Well place where you buy the weapons. Purchase items. You don't go down, you go to the side, and then you go down, there's a Kirk Hammer, and it's 3,000 souls, and it's a sword and a hammer, and it does a lot of damage if you're a strength build. I hope you like it, and I hope I made all the key selling points. Bidding will start at 5,000 souls, because I gotta make money. I just hit my mic, so if you heard that, I apologize. But yeah. So you want to go to the Cathedral Ward. I don't know if you saw that or not. That's where I'm going. Right after this millennium-long load screen goes away. Like I said, that's about the only thing about Bloodborne that kind of irks me. But it's not too bad of a price to pay. So the Cathedral Ward. When you go forward, you want to go out the left door. There's 2 other doors. One goes straight, one goes right. You don't want to do that. You go left. There's the old hag we talked to. She is awful. These guys have these like bow staves of destruction. Boom. Boom. 2 hits and I almost died. Like I said, bow staff of destruction. You want to just like that. Exactly. Counter them. I highly recommend learning how to get good at the counters. That has brought me a long way in Bloodborne. I'm just saying. After you get the hunter's outfit, the fancy one, this little hand, yeah, it's gonna do that. You're just gonna want to make sure that you don't stand there so the hand can hit you. That being said, the first time I played, I just stood there and looked at the outfit and got wrecked. So yeah, don't do that. It's a bad idea. But just in case you didn't see what the other hunter outfit I just grabbed was, it was the very brief loot thing that popped up just a second ago. I just moved away so that that giant glowing orb wouldn't kill me. Early game, these guys are kind of hard. Not really. If you just don't get hit by them, they have very predictable slow hits. So just stay behind them. I haven't leveled up my vitality, so I'm pretty sure that one of those hits would just decimate my face. So I just don't get hit. I make sure to avoid their hits. The reason I'm going down here is because you want to go down here because there is a lot of bloodstone shards, which are useful early game. You upgrade your weapon with them and whatnot, so you want to make sure to come down here and get those. And like I said, counters are where it's at. You want to always, boom, counters. See what I mean? I honestly just got lucky. He should have hit me, I feel like. Also, this is where you grab the monocular, I think. Yeah. You can just use it to look at stuff closer. So, bird! These guys are a little bit, they're still very predictable, but less predictable than their counterpart with the big axes. But, per usual, just try and stay right behind them. With the axe guys, staying behind them are kind of like to their side works. If you are beside these guys in any way, they will definitely wreck you with their giant ball, if you know what I'm saying. Hint, hint, wink, wink, and nudge, nudge. I'm just gonna reiterate. Bloodstone shards. When you go down here, there's really nothing useful. There is a chest at the end of the hallway, though. I thought I saw glowing loot, but then I was like, wait, there's nothing here. I have a really weird habit of hitting chests because of the first Dark Souls. I always hit chests now. The blood gemstones, that was the one we grabbed out of the chest, was a tempering blood gemstone. You can, it's basically a socketable item. You put it on your weapon to boost the stats or lower the stats if you're dumb, like me. I did that once. Just our little secret, though. Boom, there it is again. That's what I was talking about earlier. You can keep going up the stairs, but you have to have the Hunter's Chief Emblem, I think is what it's called, and it costs like 10,000 blood echoes, or souls, blood echoes, whatever you want to call it. So we're not going to do that right now. We could just get 2,000 more souls, but I'm not going to worry about it. I made a really bad choice by just running in here. Alright, so that being said, on my way back, I'm just going to cut out that trek. And boom, we're right back. And I'm killing the same dog. And I will not let myself succumb to your sword again. Boom. Suck it. You don't go in there. Don't worry about that. You're going to end up in there later. It's better to just not go in there right away. Ambush in 3, 2, 1. Bam. The dogs are a pain because of this right here. Boom. Once one hits you, you are susceptible to multiples, so... Well, not multiples. You're susceptible to getting hit more. That was a weird way to phrase it. That was me yawning. I didn't sleep much. Just in case you heard that. Okay, so when you get here, go straight through. Don't go right just yet. You go straight and go right, not left. I don't know why I'm going left. Go right. Right, Daniel. Right.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred.
Oh.
Protege of Master Ligarius.
Oh.
Hunter of vile bloods.
Oh.
So, what say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned? Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance. Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide. There must be oodles for us to share.
Okay, so whenever you cooperate with him and all that, he basically just gives you a lot of history on the Bloodborne world. I didn't talk to him right now. I didn't want to spend several minutes just listening to him talk and reading the subtitles, and I didn't want you to do the same. So we're not going to do that right now. Make sure you pull this lever because it helps you get to where you need to go. Also, there is a Madman's Knowledge right down here. If you don't know what that is, it gets you insight, so you want to stockpile those pretty heavily. Heavily. Sorry, I stuttered a little bit. But as you go down the stairs, you will find a wolf eventually. He's not that hard. Definitely, they kind of make the wolves look pretty big and bad early on, but they're really not that bad. Boom, counter. One and done. Like I said, he's not that bad. And now we are about to end up in Old Yarnum, which is where, when we get to Old Yarnum, instead of going straight to the boss, I'm gonna get the Charred Hunter's outfit, show you where that is. I decided to do that because the Charred Hunter's outfit is the first hunter outfit you get that looks like different, I guess. Looks different enough from the regular stuff. It's pretty cool. You can kind of discern what it looks like just from the name. So let's get going on that. To the right, that's where it was. To the right, there's gonna be, I still call them chameleons or whatever from Dark Souls, but there's gonna be one of these guys, these little monsters that drops shards. And I just missed loot, so I'm gonna have to go back for that. But grab the shard from him. When you go down here to the left, there's gonna be some guys that you want to take out. You don't have to actually if you're just going back around, but they kind of weird me out, so I always end up getting rid of them. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back up. There's a ladder that you go down here and then to the right and all the way down. There's gonna be some stairs and up the stairs. There's a ladder that gets you right back to where the entry of this area is. I'm gonna skip. Well, it's like a 2-minute ladder walk, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. Cue now. And we're back. Look at that. Movie magic. Okay, so in case you don't know any idea of what went on in Old Yarnum, I feel like they make it pretty obvious. Wow. I'm not really doing as much damage to the basic enemies right now. I'm probably gonna upgrade my weapons soon, but I'll see how far I can make it just on the 1+1. Anyways, Old Yarnum, they tell you what happened to Old Yarnum about 1,000,000 times, but what I've gotten from it is the plague was very intense in Old Yarnum, so they decided to burn it down. Burn the whole excuse me. Oh no, I just had to yawn. And now you're gonna have to yawn because they're contagious, but from what I've gathered, the plague was just too intense in Old Yarnum, so this specific area, they just burned it all to the ground. Pretty morbid, really, but makes for a great story, so worth it. When you go down here, there's gonna be like 8 enemies that try to just jump on you at once. I had the idea to just pull one at a time, and that turned into that turned into all of this. Okay, so there's a set of stairs, and then to the right, I really need to put those on my belt. One sec. Okay. Oh yeah, the pungent blood cocktails and oil urns can be used on the boss, but you want to go to this gap instead of down the stairs because he'll start shooting at you. But yeah, the pungent blood cocktails, we're not really close to the boss, but the cocktails, you throw them and the smell of the pungent blood, as said in the name, but the smell attracts beasts, and so the boss of Old Yarnum is called the blood-starved beast. And I feel like they give you enough hint in the name to tell you need to use the pungent blood cocktails. Blood-starved beast, you know, but it never really registered with me. I thought it killed him, but it didn't. I usually try to just kill these guys by letting the gunner, the hunter, using the gun, I let him shoot the barrels and explode the beast, but The name of the boss of Old Yarnum, the Blood-Starved Beast, is supposed to imply that it just wants more blood. So when you throw the cocktail, it will attract the beast for, I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds or something like that. It doesn't sound that long, but it really helps in the fight. So it's really not that bad of a boss fight, but it's kind of cumbersome, kind of annoying, because well, we'll talk about it when we get to the boss. But well, no, I'll go ahead and tell you now before the boss, just in case you're watching the video and you're antsy about the boss and might be looking for any hints or anything. But the Blood-Starved Beast is pretty fast. I just almost got wrecked. The Blood-Starved Beast is pretty fast, and she, whatever it is, it hits pretty hard. Halfway or over, a little over halfway through the fight, the Blood-Starved Beast gains an aura, a poison aura, and it causes you to get poisoned the longer you stand close to the beast, the boss. It affects you more and more until you're poisoned, which is why you get antidotes. These games have a habit of telling you what you're going to be up against before you come up against it. In this area, you find a crap ton of antidotes, so it should be obvious that for the boss fight you need antidotes, you know. But if you stand, like I said, a little over halfway, if you stand too close to the Blood-Starved Beast, it will poison you. Not incredibly fast, but fast enough that it becomes kind of a problem. Especially because there's not a set of armor that is, at the moment, that is just absolutely grandeur in poison resistance. Sorry, I said that weird. Also, to get to the Charred Hunter outfit, up here, there's a hunter that you gotta fight. When you fight him, let him come to you. Do not go out to where he is. The hunter firing the machine gun a couple stories above you will make sure that you do not win the fight against this hunter. And if you just kind of stay on the staircase or in this relative, like, just this spot, he will always run up to you. He'll fire a little bit, and then if you just do a little bit to lure him out, move around a little bit, he'll come to you. He has a lot of range, so you want to either hit him before he hits you, or dodge and then counter. And he does a fair amount of damage, as you can see. And it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a not really persistent. I can't remember what the word is exactly. I'm still trying to think about it too. It's kind of just an annoying fight because it's a lot of back and forth and small amounts of damage when you can take it. Don't do what I do. I was standing way too far up on the stairs, and he will definitely shoot you, and his gun does a lot more damage than your gun does. So, oh my god. So I died again. I'm gonna cut to when I got back. Some more movie magic. So we're right back at it again with the white, but no, I'm not making the joke. I'm not doing it. Sometimes he's really annoying about not running to you. See, like, he just shoots me for forever. There we go. I don't know what I was thinking. I just got trapped in the corner. Surprisingly, I got out. I thought I was gonna die again. I should have cut to a little later in the fight. It's probably annoying watching me have to fight him twice. So sorry about that. I'm gonna try to get it over with pretty quick. He may be wearing the Charred Hunter's outfit, but I'm not positive. It kind of looks like it though. I love the flowy clothes. I love watching whatever he's like running back. I love watching his cape move. It's really cool. If you could fight him out here, but I just really don't recommend it. You have to worry too much about your movement if it's your first playthrough or early game in general, because the damage that machine gun does is unreal early game. In fact, I usually don't even fight the hunter that's firing that machine gun. I usually go level up a bunch. That was a bit melodramatic. Calm down, jeez. I usually level up quite a bit before fighting that hunter, because they made the hunter enemies in the game that are fighting you. They not fighting you, but some of the hunters you have to fight in the game, they gave pretty decent NPC AI, because they will counter you, they'll dodge, they'll do everything, and that hunter gives you a lot of trouble early on. So we're close to the Charred Hunter's outfit. When you get in this building, you do not want to stay in the building. You want to run in, grab some hits, and as soon as you can, turn around and run out, because up the stairs there's like 5 to maybe 8 more enemies that walk down the stairs if you stay in there for too long. I was hoping that one of them would walk out for me, but there's a great many enemies in this building, so you want to just pull them. You don't want to go in and try to fight them all. You just want to try to pull 1 or 2 at a time while you can. I thought I pulled more. I guess not. I'll probably need to grab the attention of a few more. I get kind of nervous though, because I don't like the idea of walking up to the door and he's right there. Why am I waving? Oh, I figured out how to combine videos on the SHAREfactory, so that's what I did, but that's why this video is quite a bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and say it twice. Like I said, make sure you just don't try to take the enemies on too much in this building. You want to just kind of be careful and keep your bearings. I forgot what this is. Oh, tempering blood gem stone. I did bring it up earlier, but like I said, those can be used to upgrade your weapon and whatnot. You know, it just adds some benefits to your stats and whatnot on the weapon. So give that a try whenever you get a chance. I usually do it pretty early, but I'm not doing it right now for whatever reason. I just haven't thought about it. But it's definitely worth doing. So we are getting ever closer. Oh yeah, here's the rifle spear. I've met some people who really like the rifle spear. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan. There's definitely better gun weapon hybrids in the game. Red Moon hangs low. Sorry, I was reading that. But there's definitely better weapon and gun combos in the game. But a lot of people like to use the rifle spear that I know. All the streets are we left with no other choice than to burn it down. Charred Hunter Garbs. Boom. As I mentioned before, though, This whole part of Yarnum, Old Yarnum, got burned down completely because the beasts were plaguing the streets so intensely that they felt they had no other choice. These guys follow you to the ends of the earth. It is ridiculous. It is also really annoying, and it makes you really paranoid. Like, I was really worried that he was gonna just show up any second and drop down to wreck shop. The reason, okay, what you want to do first, if you've done what I've done and you're up in these rafters, I do that first just because there's a couple loot things up here, and I'm really stingy about loot. I like to get all the loots. Also, a madman's knowledge is always worth it. So after you drop down, whenever you get here, there's loot right here, but there's some across the way. What you want to do is sprint, and then right as you cut, I missed. Right as you cut, you know, you run, and oh wow, one sec. You run on the rafter, and right as you cut left, the jump is to your right. So you literally want to cut right with the movement, the left stick, and then right when you cut right, as you're sprinting, jump. Don't hesitate. You won't jump too early. In fact, if you don't press it right then, you will jump way too late, and it'll be a problem, as I'm currently experiencing, sorry. I have yet to find out another way to get the loot, so if you have a different way, that way feels pretty easy to me just because I've done it quite a few times. But if you have a different way, go ahead and let me know. Maybe I'm just taking the worst approach possible, but I enjoy it, so. Sorry about that, I hit the mic. There is a very large amount of enemies down here. There's multiple ways to get down. I was trying to find a way that would do less damage to me, but it is way ridiculous how many guys there are down here, and that's the case in point. I'm about out of time with the video, so I'm gonna leave off with the you died and go back to the lantern, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching.